Bosh, bosh, bosh. There you go, guys. Newcastle United 4, Manchester United 1. And what a bloody performance that was. I've just tried to do this video inside the ground once all the music stopped, but I got kicked out because they were shutting the gates. All the fans had left. So I got 5 minutes to do the video, and one of the stewards said, "Get out, son. We're locking the gates." So I had to get out the ground. So I'm back in the car now, and what a fantastic afternoon that was. You know what? It's great beating Manchester United, but when you beat them so bloody convincingly like that, it's a step above. It's a level above. It's fantastic. I had a feeling, just sitting in that ground watching the warm-ups, that this was going to be a good day for Newcastle United, and I'll tell you why. Because Manchester United, when they were doing the warm-up, they had this sort of lazy attitude. I noticed some of the players, they were just strolling around, knocking the ball around. They weren't really putting the effort into the warm-up. And you looked at the other end with our players, and you saw a desire there. You could see them working really hard. And from the moment the game kicked off, to be honest, we were absolutely awesome. The pressing, the passing, the movement, it was all there. We were creating opportunities early doors. And you just thought something was coming. Goal disallowed for offside. Jacob Murphy hit a shot just wide. Tonali himself hit a shot just wide after he'd scored, of course. But what a goal that was, guys. I mean, brilliant little flick by Isak, and Tonali absolutely lashes it into the bottom corner. And nobody can say that we didn't deserve it, because we clearly did. We deserved to be 1-0 in front. In fact, we should have been a few more. But it didn't go our way. We missed some opportunities. And of course, as usual in the Premier League, you take your eye off the ball for literally half a second and you will concede a goal. Manchester United break. I think it was Bruno lost the ball, or Joe Linton, lost the ball. And they broke on us and got an equaliser. And they didn't deserve it. That's one thing I can definitely say, is when you were watching that game, they did not deserve that goal at all. It was a shithouse goal. At a shithouse time. But you know what? The crowd stayed with the game. The crowd stayed with the team. We didn't sort of let Manchester United breathe again. We got back at it. We started attacking again, and we started creating more chances. Unfortunately, we didn't get another goal at half-time. But I tell you what, going in 1-1, I think everybody thought there's more goals in this. This isn't the end of it for Newcastle United, goals-wise. If we can just keep defending well, keep the door shut, we will get more goals. And by hell did we get a lot of goals. Straight after half-time, Livramento crosses, Murphy pulls it back, Barnes smashes it in the back of the net, and we're singing and dancing again at 2-1. But we know there's still a long way to go in the game. We just keep going. Just do what we're doing, and we'll have these. Manchester United, I don't care what anybody says, are shite. I mean, they are absolutely shite. And it's one of the worst Manchester United teams I have ever seen in the Premier League era. And I really mean that. And you know what? I keep saying that. I keep saying, every time I see Manchester United, I keep saying that's the worst team I have ever seen in the Premier League. And then they get even worse the next time. They are just shite. They don't deserve to win the Europa League and be in the Champions League next season. They do not deserve that, because they've been shite this season. Yet knowing the look that Manchester United have, they'll go on and win the Europa League and get in the Champions League next season. But by Christ, they do not deserve it, guys. They really don't. We kept battering. We kept knocking them over. We kept battering them. And then Harvey Barnes again, brilliantly. I don't know whether Mazraoui slipped. I haven't seen the replay. Or Harvey Barnes won the ball. But then he goes right through the middle of the Manchester United defence and smashes it in the top corner. He was outstanding today, Harvey Barnes, because what I was able to do in the ground was actually watch him a lot when he didn't have the ball as well. And my God, he was making some runs. He was working hard defensively. Now, 2 goals. He's got to get man of the match, hasn't he? He really has to. I mean, we'll do a proper poll in the match review tomorrow night. But listen, him and Livramento were outstanding. Tonali was outstanding. But there wasn't one Newcastle United player out there on the pitch today who didn't turn up. Nick Pope made a very good save in the first half, tipped one over the bar. His distribution in the first half was terrible with his feet, but we'll gloss over that because, he made up for it with a save. But you know what? Every single player. Trippier, outstanding. But the midfield, Manchester United could not get a look in. Joe Linton tirelessly working for the ball. He just did not stop working for that ball. And, you know, Tonali as well. They just can't get through us. We're just a brick wall. And we get a fourth goal. Again, Manchester United, I don't know what the hell they did. And Joe Linton managed to intercept the pass out from the back. Headed it straight into possession of Bruno. He goes on and finishes it 4-1. Bob's your Uncle Fanny's your aunt. Game's over. See you later. But what I loved about it was Manchester United fans in the first half, especially when they equalised, coming out with all this bollocks again, saying, you're only here to see United. You've only come to see United. But by the time the third and fourth goal went in, Newcastle fans, you've seen United, now fuck off home. Absolutely fantastic. And to see some of the Manchester United fans leaving that ground before the 90 minutes were up was just brilliant. It's just what you want to see. Those bunch of idiots walking out that ground before the end of the game. A lot of them stayed, I must admit, not everybody left. But to see some of them go was hilarious. Some of them kept singing to the 90th minute, and credit to them for doing that, by the way, because, you know, when you're 4-1 down like that, we know what it's like as away fans and things like that, and when you're getting absolutely pummeled. But credit to them. They kept singing. However, that's the only credit I'm going to give them because the football team was nasty, really nasty. But take nothing away from Newcastle United today. We outplayed them in every single department. We outfought them for the ball in every single department. They could not live with us. They could not live with Harvey Barnes. Jacob Murphy did really well today. Isak put himself about. Should have actually had a couple of goals. But he still did his job today. And Manchester United had nothing. Had absolutely nothing. And they didn't want to bring some of the players on because, you know, yes, they're looking to the Lyon game in midweek because that's their only hope of Champions League football is to win that Europa League. But we made absolute muppets out of them today. Absolute muppets. And there's nothing better. There is nothing better than smashing Manchester United. Nothing. I don't care what anybody says. Even when they're a bottom half Premier League team like they are this season, it does not get any better smashing them like that. Just the atmosphere in the ground was fantastic from start to finish. St James's has been accused a few times when I've been there as well of going very, very quiet. It did in a couple of instances go quiet for a few minutes here and there, but all in all, the atmosphere was tremendous. The singing, they kept on jumping on the Man United fans. Of course, they started on the Shearer ones, and then of course, Newcastle fans responded with Shearer turned you down, which it always is. It's bantering between the two sets of fans every time the clubs meet. But it's hilarious, absolutely hilarious. But credit to the lads today because it was difficult circumstances. Obviously not having Eddie Howe on the touchline as well. Would they respond in the right way and really do it for Eddie today? Or would they have, mine's been taken off it a little bit by the manager's illness? Not at all. They went out there and did that for their manager today. Jason Tindall, I thought maybe waited a long time before bringing the substitutes on, given that we've got a game in midweek. But look, these guys are super fit. They really are. They looked hungry enough for it today. And they will go back out on Wednesday and do a professional job again. We know they will. But I was just delighted with a lot of them. Absolutely delighted. But as usual, guys, let me know in the comments what you thought. If you were at the game, tell me what you thought of the atmosphere and the all-round performance, or if you watched it anywhere. Tell me. Let's have a few comments of absolute joy in the chat, because once again, we have smashed the Manx, guys. Newcastle 4, Manchester United 1. If you've enjoyed the video, hit the like button as per usual, guys. And of course, if you're new to the channel and you like what you see, please do subscribe. It is free to do so. But make sure you hit the notification bell so you never miss an upload or a live show in the future. And we will see you very soon. Get in. How are the bloody lads, man? 4-1.